starting your journey to financial freedom. Now. You're listening to the New Investor Podcast.
This is the Young Investor for the New Investor Podcast. Good morning, early morning Sunday here in Asia, and it is all getting much clearer in my head. Looking back at all that has been done in the last 6 months, I am looking forward to all that can be achieved in the next 6 months. So I am a self-starter by nature. I do not mind hardship. I do not mind where I live as long as I am absolutely convinced of the purpose, of the why I am accepting one sacrifice after the other for so long. And I currently live in a remote location in Asia, a third-tier city, a city that do not inspire, nor is a model of prosperity. Exactly the contrary. It is dirty, poor, centuries away from where you currently live probably, and I can tell you, location arbitrage is more powerful than one thinks. Your sacrifice extends to levels that you don't even realize until you step foot on location. The sacrifice occurs at the social, cultural, wellness, mental, emotional, and overall life satisfaction levels. In other words, happiness. So there are 1,000 reasons every single day that I can list which would prompt anybody to pack up and leave, but I don't and I won't for now, as this very hardship in the last 2 years is the reason I have been able to achieve life-changing enterprises such as starting to invest or build wealth to grow my net worth double digits, or start a podcast, write a book, set up a company and focus on growing an online presence. It is through hardship that I have realized I could bring value to the young and new investors, and it is through hardship that I realized that I will take every possible avenues moving forward towards my freedom. It is through chaos of all things that order starts to shape, and it is once your sense of happiness starts to get seriously hit that your body and mind starts getting into survival and self-protection mode, and right there is the perfect moment to start your life-changing enterprises. The reason we do anything at all is to benefit our own happiness. If you're listening to this and subscribe to this podcast, it means you have taken the decision to gather as much knowledge as possible to win, be free, and keep pursuing your own happiness. I think we all pursue happiness rather than money, but as investors, we understand that money is a great facilitator of happiness when used intelligently. Through my work, I moved around the world in the last 20 years, lived in the most difficult locations in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, to even remote locations and islands in the Indian Ocean, to great cities such as Paris or Geneva, Atlanta, Dubai or Bangkok, and I probably have the worst passport on the planet, and that did not stop me as I wanted to gain valuable insights on what the world is while I was young. And that was the first part of my pursuit to happiness, which I strongly believed was to be found in specific locations. However, never I had realized that happiness is homegrown. I am now in a location I consider a sacrifice, but it enabled me to start the process of reaching freedom and happiness through purpose and something I consider meaningful. So you can put me anywhere. I now know the way, and it was much simpler than I thought. We humans love to complicate things, whereas the divine resides in simple things. It all starts from within. And I wish you a great Sunday ahead. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and I really hope that it brings you some additional support on your own journey towards financial freedom. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss an episode, and looking forward to your DM and follow on Instagram at New Investor Podcast. In the meantime, stay invested, be patient, and keep playing the long-term game.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.